Okay, so today we're going to be talking about the distributive property in math. What exactly is a distributive property? Well, it's a property that is used to simplify an equation or just write in another way, and it has to do with multiplication. So now we know that multiplication can be shown in several different ways, like brackets, or the multiplication sign, or a dot. But for this lesson, we're going to be using the brackets for the entire time. By now, you should be familiar with an equation that looks like this. But what happens when the number within the bracket is more than 1, like this? Well, you just do the exact same thing, except you multiply 3 in this equation by 2 and by 4. So that's going to be 3 times 2 plus 3 times 4. That's going to be 6 plus 12. And the answer is going to be 18. If we look at another problem, it's going to be 2 times 8 plus 2 times 3. Subtract 2 times 4 because of the negative sign. Times 8 is 16, and 2 times 3 is 6. And we know that if you multiply by negative, the answer is going to be a negative 2, so it's going to be negative 8. So that's going to be 22 minus 8, which is 14. As you just saw, the formula for the distributive property is A times B plus A times C. However, if it's A times B minus C, it's going to be AB minus AC. And don't forget, multiply the value in front of the bracket by every value within the brackets. So if we look at this problem, it is 5 times negative 2 and 5 times negative 5 times positive 5, sorry. Give me 5 times 2x plus 5 times 5. And that's going to be 10x plus 25. And that's your answer. And if x equals 2, it's going to be 10 times 2 plus 25. So you have 20 plus 25, which is going to be 45. Okay, let's look at another problem just like that. And you just multiply 3x by both of the values within the brackets. So it's going to be 3x squared, because you multiply x by itself, plus 3x times 4. So that's going to be 3x squared plus 12x. And if x equals 3, it's going to be 3 squared plus 12 times 3. That's 3 times 9 plus 36. That's 27 plus 36, which is 63. We multiply 4 by 7x and 4 by 9. That's 4 times 7x plus 4 multiplied by 9. That's going to be 28x plus 36. And that's the answer. In this one, we have 6 multiplied by 8x and 6 multiplied by 2. Plus 6 by 2. Okay, we have 48x plus 12.
Miss Tanya, I have a question.
Yes?
Why can't I add those two numbers together? The 28x plus 36.
Oh, well, you can't add these two numbers together because the bases are not the same. In this one, we have an x, and in this one, we don't. So that's why we can't add it, because they're two different values and they are not like terms, which we'll learn about soon.
Thank you.
No problem. Okay, and here we have a harder equation, but it's exactly the same, so don't get stressed out when you see a longer one. You just multiply 6 by 5x and 6 by 3. And we have 2 by 8x, and you multiply 2 by 5. So that's going to be 6 multiplied by 5x plus 6 multiplied by 3 plus 2 multiplied by 8x plus 2 multiplied by 5. Okay, so that's going to be 30x plus 18 plus 16x plus 10. And here is when we collect like terms. So what are like terms? Like terms are when you collect values with only the same base. For example, x and 3x are like terms. However, x and 3x squared are not like terms. Okay, so let's just collect like terms right now. And that's going to be 30x and 16x. And 30x plus 16x is 46x plus 18 and 10. So that's going to be 28. And that's the answer. In this one we have 8 times 9x and 8 times 6. And you can always use arrows to make sure you don't forget any of the values. So we have 8 times 9x plus 8 times 6. And here we have a negative 7, so all the values are going to be negative. So negative 7 times x is negative 7x. And negative 7 times 3 is negative 21. 8 times 9 is 72x, and we have 48, 8 times 6. Subtract negative 7, subtract 21. And here we collect like terms again. So we have like terms right here and here. So that's going to be 65x. And we have more like terms right here and here. And that's going to be 27. And that's the answer. Thank you for viewing my presentation, and I hope you learned something new.